Welcome you for our next video. This is the second video. In the first video, I told you how you can delete the resources and then the users and groups. We have done it. So now we have a clean environment where we can continue doing our milestone project one. So there are two milestones. We are ready to do that first milestone and we are doing it now itself because of the credit, keeping the credit in mind. So let's complete that. So if in case you are running out of credit, better we can at least complete this task and get this task ready. Fine. So this is going to be the first milestone project. And what you have to do, like if you have opened your lab environment and this is your lab computer, on the lab computer, we need to start a web browser. Let me go to Microsoft Edge and open this portal.azure.com and hit enter. So if you have already logged in, and we might get this home page. If it is asking for signing in, then you have to give the username and password. Fine. So now let's search for enter ID. This we could have already done it. If in case you didn't do it, just I'm walking you through. Let me search for enter ID. And under enter ID, under manage, we need to select properties. Under properties, we need to go to the security defaults, manage security defaults, and it is already disabled. So anyways, we have done it. So next, so this Cloud Shell configuration is also done. We can close this. The Cloud Shell is also configured. Now we are ready to move to the next task, and that is going to be deploying an Azure VM on ADDS. Okay, let's run these commands. But before putting it here, we need to edit it. So what I will do, I'll just go and open a notepad and put these commands there and make sure that you are creating all resources in Central India or the location where you have increased, because which location you are using, I'm worried about it because there are few regions for the free trial account, we can't create AVD because in AVD, we will be creating more resources for testing also. That is the reason Azure didn't allow us to use. So better we can go with Central India. We have option to create it in Central India. So let's do it. From here on, all region must be replaced with Central India. And you also try to request quota increase in Central India itself. Let me copy this and paste it and hit enter. A new resource group is getting created. It is succeeded. Now, the next is we can close this Cloud Shell pen and go here and click this link to deploy domain controller and hit enter. So here you have to click on deploy to Azure. Once Azure Blade is open, then we have to go for selecting edit parameter. Let me select edit parameter. In edit parameter, I need to load file and I need to open dc11 parameters.json. dc11 parameters.json. Make sure that you are selecting the proper file here. There's a couple of files we have. Let me select dc11 parameters.json and say save. And now let's create a VM with a new AD Forest blade. In here, we need to do this addition. We need to add these data. Right now, we don't have any resource group. Okay, we have already created that resource group in the previous. Let's go and select that. And this is the only subscription we have. And then region, let it be Central India. The other thing, let it be default. For the domain name, let's go and use adatum.com. And Yes, this is also D2S V3. If in case some other configuration VM size is there, you need to change it. Create at D2S V3 itself. And then that's it. Let's go for review and create. Okay, it'll take almost 20 to 25 minutes time to get created. So till then, I'll pause the video. Later, I will start. Yeah, it took almost 20 minutes for me to complete this. Okay, fine. I hope the deployment is completed. It is successful. Now, next, we will go for completing this task 3. So this is creating a client VM. Fine. So for that, let's do the first activity. On the lab computer, on the Azure portal, open a PowerShell session in the Cloud Shell. So let this be open. I can go here, open a PowerShell. If you can open it here itself, still, even though it got the message here, still the deployment is going on. I just leave it for some more time. Now I'll go here. I'll run these commands. Before running this command, I have to prepare these commands. Let me first copy them to Notepad. Check if there is anything I need to edit. No, there is nothing to edit. Just we are adding a client subnet to the created virtual network. Let me copy all and paste it. Hit enter. So once this is successful, yeah, you can go to virtual network, the only available network, select that and go to settings, search for subnets. Okay, you can see that CL subnet got created. It means this command execution is successful. Next, let's go and execute this. So now in Azure portal, in the Cloud Shell pane, we have to select this upload, manage files, upload. On the upload, you have to select two files. One is client11.json and client11.parameters.json. Client11.json. And again, there are deploy client11a is also there. So here we are going to deploy only client11.json. That is one thing. And one more thing, client11 parameter.json. Let's open both the files here. So once these two files are there, next we can go to this particular step and I can put it directly here. That's not a problem. And hit enter. Again, this will take another 10 minutes. Let me pause the video. No, I'll stop this video. We will meet in the next video. So in the next video, I'll also tell, because for your milestone project, you need this particular Bastion. So what you will do, you will create it and then you will delete it immediately. Okay, so, okay, anyways, we don't need to wait. Anyways, I'll just show you how we can deploy this here and delete it. Fine. So meanwhile, when this is getting created, I hope this is completely done. Now let me go open a new tab and go and deploy the Bastion host. This is straightforward. There is nothing to worry. In the Cloud Shell pane, let me open another pane here. Okay, run this following command to add a Bastion subnet. So let me copy it directly here. We don't need to modify anything. Yeah. So this will create Bastion subnet. Once it is done, we can check it. So if you go to your virtual network, the only available virtual network you can select, go to subnet, and you can see that Azure Bastion subnet is also created. That's fine. Now let's go and create Bastion host. So search for Bastions. I can close this. Search for Bastions. Right now we don't have any Bastion. And this, again, I'm telling this Bastion host I'm creating just to take the screenshot. And you can compile your Milestone 2 project. Only for that reason, immediately when it is created, you can take a screenshot. Immediately you have to delete this Bastions. Okay, fine. Now let me go and give this data. Let me create a Bastions. Resource group, let it be 11RG. Name, Bastion. And then the region, Central India. Better use all regions same. Again, this next is tier. Let's go with basic tier. Just to save some additional extra cost. Virtual network, I can go to the only available virtual network because we have Bastion subnet there. Okay, and then public IP, create new, and we can leave that IP address name as it is, and you can say review and create and create. So what it does, it will create a Bastion host. It might take 5 to 7 minutes. After that, immediately we will delete it. In here, we have created another client machine that is also under creation. Let me pause this video. I will resume once it is done. Yeah, it took about 10 minutes to complete. Now you can take the screenshot and then this Bastion host is done. Once you take the screenshot, just delete it because this guy will consume more credit if he is running in our account. So let us get rid of him. Let me delete it. Sometimes UI error will be there. So that is why I just pulled it into the other and it is deleting the Bastion host. That's it. So the next exercise we will continue in the next video.